There was a line in a older movie, I'd say about 15, 18 year plus old movie titled Indecent Proposal, where he offers, a large amount of money to have one night with this woman, and she agrees. And then after she decides to let her go, and the driver, his chauffeur asks him, why did you decide to let her go? Robert Redford, who was the actor, main actor there, said that she would have never looked at me the way she looked at him, referring to her husband. There is a look that a woman has in her eyes, which in the movies, in Hollywood, and in fairy tales, and among the lesser, let's say lesser experienced and lesser intelligent people, it's called the look of love, whereas it's actually the look of respect. And believe me, when you have that, when a woman looks at you that way, you know it. And when she's looking at someone else with that same level of respect, you'll know that too. And you also know it when that look is no longer there. Now, the look definitely exists. No one can deny it. It does exist, but it has nothing to do with love. I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I don't care what title they give themselves, such as relationship expert or love expert or marriage counselor. All these self-given titles that mean absolutely as much as a tit on a bowl. Absolutely nothing. That is not a look of love. It's a look of respect. It's when a woman has respect and admiration and hopes that she'll be coupled up with you and she can hitch her hook to your wagon and go to the stars. One thing about that look is also true, besides the fact that it exists, is that it is fleeting. It does end. I don't care if you are some average, working stiff, or you are Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Ronaldo, the soccer player. That look ends. There is a time limit to it. The trick is knowing when that's ended. And here's another kicker. Despite what those same self-given title buffoons tell you, there is no reviving it. There is no reviving it. Once that look is gone, it's gone. So there's no point in. This is why when the advice is given that when a woman says, to you, for whatever reason is not important. Again, let me tell you, the reason is not important. When a woman tells you in her own words, whatever, basically boils down to, we should see other people. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I'm not happy. Or she doesn't even have to say the words. If you're smart enough, you can pick it up. This is why the wise advice is never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, try to convince her, try to logically reason with her as to why you should continue on and everything, because as I've said before, and others have said it, that only confirms to her that how much she's making the right decision, and she's right, because a man who does that is a man who has low self-confidence, who's vulnerable, who's weak, who is telling her without telling her that you're my only hope. I was lucky to be with you, and if you leave me, no one else would ever want to be with me, because why should they want to be with me? Because I have nothing to offer. That's why it's confirmed to her that she's making the right decision. But when you immediately accept it, even though you might be hurting inside, you immediately accept it. And you say, okay, well, that's not what I want, but if that's what you want, good luck to you. I wish you well. And then go and do your crying and your heart-to-heart talks and whatever else you want to do with someone else. Do it with your mother, do it with your best friend, do it with your sister, do it with whoever else, but not her. Not her. Believe me, There is nothing to be gained by you trying to convince a woman who's lost that look of respect, who's in her own mind has extrapolated that she doesn't want to be in this relationship anymore. There is nothing to be gained by you trying to convince her. And although I've said this before, I'll say it again. In some cases, she will agree with you, and she'll extend what I call extended the breakup, for a little period longer. But that period is the ugliest of the ugliest times in a relationship. That's when you're walking on eggshells. That's when you're trying to be somebody you're not. That's where you're trying from the morning you wake up to the night you sleep, you're trying to do everything differently and artificially, trying to please her. And it's as a parent, as sun in the sky, Don't go that route. I am telling you, as a friend that you don't know, but as a friend who is an invisible guiding hand, who's showing you the right way. And the point of this video was that you should know when something is over and move on. Don't try to, turn back the pages. Don't try to turn back the clock counterclockwise. Don't try to, move the calendar to yesterday instead of tomorrow. Life goes on. We might not like it, and I know it might sound like a cliche, but believe me, somewhere down the line you'll realize it was for the best. That the universe did this favor to you. That the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, knew what was best for you and made that decision for you. Sharing some wise words of wisdom with you, some truth that no one else might have told you, some facts that you need to know. These are not theories, these are not thoughts, these are not someone's opinion. These are hard, cold facts that anyone who argues, anyone who tries to dispute them, is trying to fool you, is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Like the master pull over the eye bull people who they call themselves marriage counselors. Their correct title is divorce delayers. These are the biggest con artists that are out there. Besides these self-titled morons and buffoons and monkeys who come online and say, I'm a relationship expert, I'm a matchmaker, I'm a relationship coach. All self-given titles that mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. But hey, anyone with a $20 cell phone can come on and give themselves a title and say, oh, I'm a matchmaker. I'm a matchmaker. I can match you up with a millionaire man, high value man. Do this and do that, while herself is sitting alone in her apartment with a pet and a bottle. Signing out from this beautiful, elegant coffee shop in Tokyo, Japan. Till I see you again. God be with you.